Hey guys, welcome back to Malone Nation. Matt and Mike here. Today we're talking about the 8 areas to master if you want to be above average. Just to move everything forward to become a better person. Average is boring as shit. Nobody wants to be it anymore. Well, a lot of people are, but I think you need to move past that.
Worst fear is being average your whole life.
Yeah.
So first thing, appearance.
Appearance.
It irritates me when I see people wearing their pants below their ass. It is. I don't know what it is. I feel like if you want to make a good first impression, pull your pants up.
Yeah.
If you have a beard, have a trimmed beard. If you have long hair, style it.
Trim
make
yourself.
it look decent. At least look decent when you're going to work or any place, going out somewhere. You don't look like a bum all the time. Your first appearance, who knows who you could meet while you're out at dinner, while you go to an event, you go to anywhere, and you're trying to meet new people and do networking, but you look like a bum.
Yeah.
Your first impression is gone out the window.
Yep.
You have to work so much harder to make that connection with someone because your appearance is disastrous.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, and you don't have to dress up all the time, go out to dinner. I got an Oakley shirt on, doing this. I feel comfortable in this. But, Matt wears his dress shirts. He loves dress shirts. So but don't wear, you're not going to see me out with holes in my t-shirts, my jeans, some shit boots on, or just crappy clothes on. Because like you said, anywhere you go, you never know when you're going to meet somebody. Didn't you meet somebody at one of your father's Christmas parties
Yeah,
at
I've
the
done
KMA?
this before where I meet people. Every time I've gotten a new job, it's because one, I was working at a job and my appearance looked good.
Yeah.
And when you introduce yourself at these parties and you look like a bum,
Yeah.
the first impression is gone, and you have to work so much harder engaging into the conversation and doing so many other things, or maybe they won't even approach you at all because you look that way.
Yeah.
So, next thing is your attitude. Attitude is, I think, to me, is number one across the board. I know all of these are pretty much equal, but I think attitude is number one because it changes your actions, it changes who you are, your personality, everything.
And who you want to hang out with, because nobody wants to hang out with most people don't mind having negative friends. We've cut them out most of the time. If you're a negative person over and over again, and you're always hating on yourself, your friends, just your path in life, that's because you're always negative. People, you never see somebody that's pissed off that makes kick-ass money, that's happy in life.
Yeah.
Always be happy, smile. How many people do you walk by in a grocery store? I hate that shit. You walk in somewhere and people walk like this down the hallways. They find what they want in the grocery store and they leave. And I'm looking out because I want to smile at them, say hi to them, and they just walk off quick. Yeah, and I'm like, how about you get some balls?
Yeah.
Self-esteem, dude. Because you just, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to work with you, do anything with you, because I don't want people to think that's how I am. Because I can't stand that shit.
Your attitude also comes with knee-jerk reactions, which is what I had to work on a lot in my younger days when I was in my mid-20s, low 20s, and 18, 19 years old, and I made knee-jerk reactions where a process changed at work or something didn't go the way that I wanted it to, and I kicked something, broke it, or just started yelling at somebody because I was mad when I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have made that knee-jerk reaction. And then later, when you make that knee-jerk reaction, you feel like you need to defend it.
Yeah, more and more.
Right, and then you just keep on digging yourself in a deeper hole, and you just need to swallow your pride and kind of walk away from it.
And then
admit that you did something.
Yeah, then you look back and you're like, damn, I looked like an ass that day over something. Like I was saying before this, that you and your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, you sit there and you argue. You go to bed, you're both pissed. And you just wake up and you look and you're like, what the hell did we even argue over that shit for? Do you want this vegetable or salad? And you argue over some stupid shit. And you're like, why did I argue about that? And it's just some stupid shit that you don't even need to. Number 3, I think is very important also, is time management. Tracking, what gets your attention or what time for how long. Don't miss your appointments. Be on time is another thing. If you, be at work at 7 o'clock, you show up at 7 o'clock. You should be working at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Show up a few minutes early, never hurts. And especially people that come to work and they start eating their damn breakfast, they're making their coffee. So now it's really 7:15, 7:20 when you start working.
Make a schedule. You
Yeah.
have it in your phone.
Yep.
Use it. Use the technology around you. There's no excuse anymore.
No.
There's not one little excuse for forgetting something. And I get it. We're all human.
Yep.
We make mistakes.
And so it's a rush. Everything's so rush now.
It shouldn't be affecting you as on a great scale.
Yeah.
You should be able to use the technologies, prioritize,
Yeah.
and get your stuff, your tasks done.
Yeah. Get and prioritize. Know that you need to get certain things done in order. That the phone calls can wait sometimes. You know, the emails can wait. Talk to your friend about Super Bowl or what you did over the weekend or Valentine's Day is coming up. What are you doing for it? You know, no. Just get in the groove. I need to do this, this. Bill Gates, all them guys make fortunes.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, they say, is time management. Because if you're not, you know, they have the same 24 hours we all do, even though they might literally work 20 hours a day, sleep for 4, and keep going. I mean, I would love to try to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
You know, but prioritize your time management. Don't waste your time with people that ain't going to help you move forward.
Yeah.
You know, what's number 4, man?
Communication. And this is pretty key when you're trying to do networking, and you have to go out and engage into new people and make a conversation. Don't be afraid to have a conversation with someone, because that's how you're going to gain knowledge and you're going to work, learn it. It's to say making acquaintances and using that networking to find a new job or to grow your career or anything like that. Also, we talked about body language, which is very important, and I've noticed this. Which is when someone starts to cross their arms, they show bad attitude. Right off the bat, bad attitude. And you might not even notice it. Another thing, I always see, I used to do it too, rubbing the neck. You put your hand on your neck while you're talking, or you put your hand on your face, you're rubbing your face like you're distressed. And that is a sign of being uncomfortable and not knowing what you're doing, or not knowing what to do next.
Yeah, or knowing that you're in deep shit. You got busted. You know, you go like this, you're like, oh shit, man.
Right.
I got screwed. You know, I told him I didn't do that, but there's a camera of me doing it. There's video of me doing this. You're screwed. Like I said, people are driving, like if you drive down the road and you watch people and they're driving like this.
Body language is
and you just tell, you just see in their face that there's something wrong, that they're not happy, the financial issues or problems at home, relationships, and you can just tell it. And it just sucks because you see it all the time. I mean, I only drive a mile to work from here to work. And it's like, I get to see it. Three or four cars, they just look unhappy. See me, I'm sitting there at 6 a.m. jamming out the radio, excited to go to work or just to do stuff. And other people are just happy to get by.
What also like goes along with that is your posture. Someone who sits like that.
Yep.
And now you look like you don't know what you're doing, or you look like you're bummed.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sign of, that's your communication through your body language, is the way that you sit, the way that you stand too, which is, you know, if you're standing there and you're kind of like leaning on something like this, and it shows that you aren't engaged into the conversation, or you're not engaged in what you're doing.
Yeah, and being engaged, listen to people. Your communication of just learning to listen to people before you speak, and not just when people are saying stuff and you know, like you're looking, and I know you want to say something right in the middle of my damn sentence that pisses people off, and now when you start talking, I ain't gonna listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but learn to listen before you speak, and literally just take a couple seconds before you react to what their opinion is or what you're talking about, and have a genuine, honest interest in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, showing, yes, I do care, not, well, that sucks. You know, I don't give a damn that you lost your this or this. You know, show what, like to show that you actually care about stuff like that. You know, number 5 would be work hard, work smart. You know what I mean? Yes, put in the hours, but also be efficient in those hours. Be productive, not just, I work, 10 hours a day, but if you didn't get anything done, you just got the basic stuff done. Yeah, I got my 10 hours in,
You can work hard your whole life and not get anywhere, not
No.
grow your career, not become successful. It's
Nope.
not just about working hard. It's about using your mind to create innovative and, let's just say, creative ways of doing something. And when you start doing that, that's when you start growing your career, because you aren't just working hard, you're working smart.
Yeah, and delegate your tasks. If Matt might be good at marketing, I'm good at sales, we'll say. So I'm not going to mess with how I'm marketing stuff when Matt, he's in charge of that. Why the hell am I even going to dabble in what you're doing? You're not going to mess with, sales, we should do this. No, You're good at that. I'm good at this. Let's just do our own thing. Delegate stuff. That's how you're more productive throughout the day. And work at work. Don't text. Don't be on Amazon looking up shit, or they have a big sale on bodybuilding.com and buy all my proteins this week because it's half off. Just when you're at work. Every once in a while, yes, we all know we sit here and it's like, damn, this part of my job sucks. I'm going to do as much as I can. Once I start feeling tired, I'm going to get up, make a coffee. Don't just get up and go sit in somebody's office and chit-chat about stupid stuff. Move forward.
Production, right?
Yes.
All right, so next one is social responsibility.
Yep.
You always want to give back to your community. I feel like, now I don't volunteer or anything like that, but what I do is I go to charity events, spend plenty of money there. I do a few of them a year. I always go to good community charities, and I think that's a way of how I give back to the community. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'll donate items. For my house, just got done remodeling my house. So if I had stuff left over, I gave stuff to Habitat for Humanity. That was a place. So I had sinks left over, stuff like that, cabinets. So I dropped them off, let them use it because they're right down the street from the office, and I saw they actually used them at a house. So it was pretty nice. Volunteering, I tried to. I did. Remember, was it 2 years ago? I did lacrosse coaching for little kids, 4 and 5 years old. It was great. But now my new job, I can't guarantee I'll be off at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock to be there. So it's a little more complicated.
And I think what you're thinking is that how does this make you above average? What it does is it sets where your morals are. So basically, you'll have a moral standard that is above average, because the average person isn't volunteering, they are donating, they are doing the charity events, they are doing those things. They typically would keep that money for themselves, or they go out and spend it on, like you said, we talked about before, useless stuff that doesn't mean anything, but it makes you feel better when you do these things.
And it shows that you care about other people, not just me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Go out, help other people, volunteer. I would like to help more in education. Maybe work for a small business administration, because they do educational stuff with the community. I love to help them do stuff with that. I think education system needs to be fixed, revamped. It's old, it's outdated. Mm-hmm. They teach nothing about what we do. What's real life stuff. You can learn how a cow makes milk, but you don't know how to write a damn check. What one's going to help you when you turn 18? It's pretty easy. Number 7, constant self-improvement. If you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you have an interest in improving yourself and improving the world in general.
It relates to the first 6 things I would say is self-improvement.
Yes, so always self-improvement. Read books. I like audio books. It's hard for me to sit down and just read a book unless it's late at night and I just can't sleep, so I'll read. I try to do my 30 minutes a day. But it's hard to set time apart to be quiet, sit down, read a book. But you got to do it.
Grow your vocabulary. I've said this before, and I do it myself. And I always try to find new words to use. And if you look up some of the statistics on what vocabulary a CEO has compared to the vocabulary of a helper or an assistant, it's vastly different. And there's a huge gap between someone's CEO vocabulary and that person. So it's good to grow your vocabulary, learn things. Reading a book grows your vocabulary. I work on it myself all the time. Yeah,
and just like we were talking a few minutes ago, that saying, just using from the word great to last night was a great night to last night was a stunning movie we watched or something. Yeah, stunning is a weird word, but certain words you could use that just sounds better, and people think you're actually more, using more intelligent stuff. And using words will make you open to use other words in different areas you're just not used to.
Yeah, it articulates the message that you're trying to send. If you can articulate your conversation in a more direct and clear way by using better words, making a cogent point, then it's the conversation is better, and the management and everybody else above you will notice that. So the last thing is health and fitness. Mike always says you are what you eat. So if you go out and you eat fast food every day, you get burgers and French fries. That's what you're going to be. You're going to be slouched over. Feel like crap and eating the burger and fries, and you just feel like you just want to take a nap after that.
You feel like shit. Your brain doesn't work as great as if you don't have certain vitamins. If you're not eating cheeseburgers, except for just a steak that has the right protein in it, you're not going to gain the right muscle, stuff like that. Certain foods help with, certain oils help with your brain.
Yeah.
So the more, grape oil is what I use. It's definitely much more expensive, so you only buy a little bit at a time. But it's, eat better so you have a better brain, your body works better. Because if you're not feeling good, you're just not going to perform.
Yeah, that's the truth. And I eliminated fast food from my life, and I would suggest it to anybody. It's not that I hate the fast food; it's just the fact that it doesn't do anything for you. There's no gain from eating fast food.
There's no and it's hard. So we all grew up in it. McDonald's was a big thing. You're stopping when you go to dinner with your mom. And she stops to get you McNuggets, and you're happy as shit. Then you got to grow up and say, I know this is not good nutrition for my body.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and you'll notice after you don't eat that for a while. So if you went right now and eat a Big Mac after this, guaranteed you're going to feel 10 times worse. You're like, I feel like shit.
Yeah, my body's not used to it.
Yeah. Like when I didn't eat any candy for a while, and I love candy, I remember I drank a cherry Coke and a Snickers, and I almost thought I was going to throw up everywhere because it tasted so bad. I felt like the sugar was eating my teeth away. Yeah. It just was a very negative experience. So very rarely do you see me drinking or eating that stuff.
Take care of yourself and also work out every once in a while. You know, just doing, say, 30 push-ups a night, 50 push-ups a night, and 20 sit-ups.
Yeah.
That's enough to get your heart rate going, enough to at least get some kind of blood flow through your body to make yourself more energetic.
Yeah, and it helps with your attitude. It makes your attitude better. Your stress and all that stuff. So take your vitamins, stuff like that. No, certain vitamins you only take so much. Don't overdo it. It says 1 serving size per day. Do that. Don't say, okay, I'm going to have 7 protein shakes. You're going to kill yourself. Just only do what you need to have. I need iron and magnesium because I'm just always low on it. So I have to take those pills. Or eat the foods. I should always eat the foods. But it's hard to, I do meal prep. That's what I'm doing tonight. I do my meal prep.
Yeah, taking vitamins. Always talk to your doctor because they're going to have the best idea of what to take. But anyway, going back through all of them, we have appearance, attitude, time management, communication, work harder, social responsibility, self-improvement, and health and fitness. So focus on these things and you'll improve yourself to be above average. And you can do this overnight. This can literally change your life overnight just by changing one thing in each of these areas. Change one thing in each of these areas that you know you're deficient at, and your whole life will turn around.
Yeah. And it takes time. So don't think, overnight, decide. These are, out of all these areas, these 3 I'm going to change right now. Commit to them. Okay, I'm going to learn how to manage my time. I'm going to take care and work out better, and I'm going to volunteer on the weekends. Those, you don't know who you're going to meet at that volunteering. You just don't know.
And once you make it a habit, it becomes natural. It's subconsciously in you now. So you say, I'm going to change my appearance. This is the way I'm going to dress. And you do that, and you change your wardrobe, and you change the clothes that you have, and you do this time and time and time and again. Eventually, it just becomes habit. You don't have to think about it anymore. So then you move on to the next thing. What else are you going to change? Your attitude. Now I'm going to change my attitude. Become a habit of having a good attitude. And then once you make that habit, it comes naturally and subconsciously. And then move on to the next thing. And so on and so on.
Yep. But it can, like you said, it can literally change your life once you make that commitment to yourself to be better. So thanks for watching us again. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Instagram, we're starting to work on that, a little bit more editing, stuff like that also.
Like us, comment us, share us.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
See you next time.